Hi everybody. Well, that's a wrap for the 2020 Ike Derby Classic, and I've stopped off on the way home here to meet my co-host, Miss Lauren Middleton. Welcome.
Hi.
So, Lauren, you've been watching the show from home. What were your thoughts?
It looked like a great show. I hate that I missed it. I always like going to those shows over there on the East Coast, and I hate that I missed it, but it looked like a really good time, and saw some huge scores from the Open all the way. It was pretty tough all down into the amateur.
Yeah, it never let up all week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was really good, and we've already wrapped up the Open results earlier this week, and thought we'd wrap up the non-pro and amateur now. We'll start with the 5-6-year-old non-pro. So it ended up taking a 219 to advance to the finals in that, taking 6 horses to the finals, and there was a total purse with just over $23,000 in that one. And the first horse out of the box in the finals, Mr. Todd Quirk, marked an incredible 225 on his really nice gelding, Race Style and Smooth. Set the pace early, which held up for the win, collecting $7,626 for that win. But not only that, he also won the novice and the gelding, putting his total for that show at about $11,310. So a pretty good day for Todd.
Definitely.
And to make things even better, well, his wife, Elizabeth, of course, the beautiful Miss Elizabeth, she was reserve champion with a 221 on Dressed in Smart Style, winning $5,973. And she also had another horse in the finals as well. So they had a pretty good finals there in that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was a good day for them, that's for sure.
Hometown favorites down there, a little hometown advantage too. So,
yeah.
yeah, they don't live too far away from down there. Yeah. And then in the intermediate, it was a pencil finals, and Missy Jean Etheridge, 218 on Metallic Royal Mate. She had a really good show down there. She won $5,416. And then in the limited, that was also pencil finals, Mr. Monty Nix on How's Your Memory, scoring a 216, winning $3,470. They're just coming off a great show at Augusta, and so they continued it on down there. Tell us about the 5-6-year-old amateur results.
So again, the amateur, it was a strong cutting as well, and we had quite a few ladies come out on top. That was pretty cool. In the 5-6 amateur finals, Miss Andrea Sutton, she marked a 222 on Wicked Metal to take home over $4,600, and she was also well, she wasn't, but her horse was the gelding champion, and she added another over $1,000 to her take-home that day, so that was pretty cool for her.
Yeah, and I think that the thing about that finals was that Vaughan was right at the end of that finals, and he played it smart. He just I'm just going to mark a 186. I'm not going to get in the way of this deal. He just played it safe. Pretty smart move, Vaughan.
Pretty smart move. And then reserve champion was Miss June McGee, who rode her gelding Sweet Tooth, and we all know that story and how sweet that story is. And she marked a 219 to take home over $3,700, and she was also the senior champion as well, adding another over $1,200.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to visit with June a little bit down there, and you know, this horse is special, like you said, with the Rocky background there, and she had a good show, and Adan's helping her with that horse now, and they showed it in the weekend some and did good. So we're looking for a lot of great things to come from that team.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the limited champion in that class was Corey Culver, who marked a 218.5 on Hot Shot. She is kind of new on the scene and everything, and has had a lot of success since the end of last year. So that's been fun to watch.
And Bear Davis is her loper.
Yeah, I know. She's got a great loper. So
he's always smiling.
He's always smiling.
Never has a bad day.
Very happy. Yes. And then going into the 5-6 intermediate amateur, we had co-champions. They finished out the day today, didn't they? Yes. Yeah. Lynn Goldforth and Cata Rally, along with Lindy Wells and Redhead from Denver, her great mare. They both marked a 218 to take home over $2,700. It was kind of neat to finish that with a co-championship, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was asking Tom if we were going to have a work-off, but he said no, he shook his head.
Everybody was ready. Everybody has a couple days before the Bonanza, so everybody was ready to get out of there. But and then Buster Quirk, we're going to have another Quirk come in here. Yep. He had to make sure everybody knew he was there. He took home the gelding division championship aboard SR Kit Kat Ray for $793. It's really good.
Yep, and then we're going to wrap up the 4-year-old non-pro, and in that division, it was a pencil final. So what they do down there, They have 2 rounds. They add up the 2 scores, so consistency is key down there.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of consistency, Mr. Sean Flynn, he didn't show anything down there in the Open, but he showed up as the Open was ending and right before the non-pro and the amateur was starting. And the people that he brought did pretty well down there the rest of the week. So his wife, Ashley Flynn, had a 4:38. She won the first go-around with a 2:19, and I think she was like 3rd in the second go-around, but the combined score gave her the win on Knight Rider with 2 eyes. And she collected a total of $7,428. And then she also won the gelding and the novice and brought her earnings up to $10,485. So not a bad little road trip from Mrs. Flynn.
And you know that's a full brother to Slow Ride, the great stud that Lloyd's showing right now.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And that's why I have you on the show, because you know those kinds of things.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense then. Yeah. So Alexa Dahl, she had a great show. She marked a 4:32 for the reserve championship in the 4-year-old non-pro, and was also the reserve in the novice on Smoothie Lou Hoo. Smoothie Lou Hoo. Try saying that fast 3 times. Winning $5,879. But if that wasn't enough, she also was first in the intermediate division, winning another $4,623, and she also won the intermediate novice. And let's just throw the grand total of $13,010 out there for Alexa.
Wow,
so
that's a great show. Yeah.
She might be able to take the week off next week.
I know. Sorry, Adon.
Yeah, sorry, Don. You're on your own. Wash your own horses. Lope your own horses.
Yep. Short-handed at the Bonanza.
Yeah. No, that was great for Alexa. I know her mother Sue was watching from out there on the West Coast, so that was fun for them. And then the reserve champion in the intermediate was Miss Lisa Pinkston, another one of Sean's customers, with a 4:29 on Super Smooth, winning $4,623. But she also was the gelding and the senior champion, and was 3rd on another horse, Bet She's a Smooth, adding another $2,394, bringing her grand total to $8,870. So pretty good show for.
And we're not even done talking about her.
No. I know you've got more to come. So tell us about it, Lauren.
Okay, well, we're going to go into the 4-year-old amateur where Tom Williams, who rode #Metallic, marked 2:19 to take home $4,431. And then we had Miss Lisa Pinkston, who was reserve champion on Super Smooth, marking a 2:14. Taking another $3,400 home after.
She might be able to take the week off next week too.
She's taking off too.
Yeah.
Yep, that's for sure. And then going over into the 4-year-old intermediate amateur, Miss Amy Roberts, one of my favorite ladies. She's so sweet and so just enthusiastic all the time.
Yes.
I just love her. She marked a 2:15.5 on Lotta Skeet and took home that championship and over $3,700. And then Miss Deb Harold, she marked a 2:15 on Texas Tuxedo and took home over $2,800 along with the gelding division championship and the senior division championship. So it was a really good day for Miss Deb.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to these payouts. Robert Charles, I mean, he does a lot of stuff for cutting. He puts a lot of money into these cuttings to make sure that they pay good. And, you know, even though entries were down a little bit at this year's show, they still paid really good. And, I mean, really it was a great cutting with the scores and, you know, the runs we saw. The cows were great. You know, it was a really good show. So I just really want to thank Mr. Robert Charles for all he does for you know for cutting and to allow us to come down there and have these kind of shows, because it was a really good one.
Yeah, and you know it's always a fun one. They are always their hospitality is amazing, and we wanted to send out our condolences to Mr. Robert Charles for the loss of his gelding, Olena Dually. He was 29 years old, and I personally got to see the times that Mr. Robert Charles made the World Finals on him. He made 3 different non-pro World Finals on him. And then Mr. Jimmy Orrell, he made an Open World Finals on that gelding as well. A very, very special horse. Yeah. And so our hearts go out to you, Mr. Robert Charles, on the loss of him.
29 years old.
29. Yep. 29. He was a pretty cool horse.
Yeah, had a pretty good life.
And then also there was a tragic loss yesterday to our whole industry, losing Hottish. And so we send out our prayers to the Adams family, and also Lloyd and Christina Cox and that whole crew, because that horse was very special to all of them, and he was unbelievable.
He was just getting started.
And
as a sire.
just getting started, and
you know. He had so much ability in the show pen. Everybody fell in love with him the minute they saw him. But then we get to see these horses, not only in the cutting pen, but I remember watching Corey Cushing walk down there, one of the first Hottishes down at the NRCHA, the cow horse show at the Snaffle Bit, Hot Rod, I believe, and just amazing. And he sired those colts, you know, and then now just this week at the Ike, we had Dually, who's the leading son of Hottish. We, we had several others there as well.
Yeah, Cool and Hot. He was in the finals. Blackish, who finished, wasn't she reserve?
Yep, reserve.
And then, I mean, the list goes on, of course, and they're all amazing, and he stamps them. That's for sure. They all have that amazing athletic ability, and I mean, they almost look like they're on hydraulics the way that they move. But yeah, it's definitely a tragic loss, and he's made his mark, and he'll be in our history books. So yeah,
we're gonna have lots of memories watching colts, and the next few years there is frozen semen out there, so we're gonna keep seeing the breedings coming. But obviously it's sad to lose him, and like Lauren said, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody involved with that horse. So on that note, we're going to wrap up this show, the CHC Wrap Up Show. Thanks to Smooth Talkin Style for the sponsorship of these wrap up shows.
Thank you.
And we are headed to Belton next week for the Bonanza cutting.
Yes, for the Bonanza, and to continue on our winter circuit here.
Yeah, and then I'll be back and forth between the cow horse, the Celebration of Champions, the NRCHA show in Fort Worth, followed by the World's Greatest Horseman. Guess who's in that, Lauren? Spud and Clint are both in there.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I watched Spud rope a little bit this week at the Ike, and I'm a little bit worried, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit nervous about him, but I'm sure he's going to get some tips here this week. And
I bet he's going to be practicing.
I think they're going to have a lot of practice rides, but it's going to be fun to watch those guys, do something a little outside the box, and it's just going to be a fun week of cutting and cow horse next week. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you at the next one.
Yep.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel right here and receive notifications for all the latest videos we post here. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll keep you updated on everything that's going on in the cutting arena near you. Thanks for watching.